Yes, they were my eyes. Yes, they were my eyes. But first it was the tongue that bothered them. They removed the larynx, and this at least took care of all that uncontrolled, ungoverned talk they heard that so annoyed them. But this was not enough either. The tongue still wagged, even if its words were not very clear, and they thought this was all triggered by what the eyes saw or could see, if allowed to have their way. So that's when, keeping them wide open, they drilled through the cornea, and when even that did not quite allay their anxiety, they had to find other means to prevent what wasn't supposed to be seen even as a clouded image. So they scooped them out and preserved them in a bottle they then gave me to carry home with me, as a reminder of how the indiscretion of seeing too much could only result in incapacitation and removal of that organ of vision. But I could hear still and smell. And that came to plague them with new fears, for hearing what was not authorized to be heard and smelling events and incidents when to a normal nose no such odor was detectable was clearly a sign of some disorder, an alarming derangement of the senses that needed to be fixed. Thus they removed the olfactory receptors to begin with, and with one stroke they also killed the sense of taste, before they turned their attention to the faculty of hearing. Some joker suggested that while I was in their power, they might as well cut off my ears. That done, they pierced through the tympanic membrane, through the ossicles in the middle ear, right into the cochlea, and drained it of all its fluid. Then they let me go. But my feet were unsteady, and I could barely walk. So this time they did not provide a jar with pickled water to carry with me the ears they had lopped off. It seemed, however, that the wagging tongue, though it had difficulty making words, still troubled them. A day later, I was called back, and just as a matter of preemptive caution, that tongue was sliced off. Take that, they said. You should be safe now, from yourself and us. Now all I have left is touch, this body, and what it feels on its skin. And touch glows and flowers in the dark. Touch my cheek and see how it burns and softens. Pass your hand over my chest, and suddenly under your palm it responds. The nipples stiffen, the flat stomach twitches, and the hair, hair vanishes under the palps of your fingers and the hollow of your palm. And before you know it, the chest swells and grows breasts, soft and firm at the same time, urgent for recognition. You move down the body, the hips, lean at first and slim, begin to round out and ease a bit, pliant and elastic. In the middle, the penis, like a piece cut from a stem of sugarcane in a clump, recedes and retreats under your fingers, becomes a clitoris, nestled in the sanctuary of the vagina. And down, down further, the muscle thighs and shanks turn and transform, smooth and sleek under your touch. And the feet are the feet now, fleshy though strong that they never were. A wondrous transfiguration, a metamorphosis like never seen before, but at the beginning, the very beginning of all things. They would have liked to kill me, but who would clean their bathrooms and their kitchens? Who would till the soil and plant and harvest the crops for them? Who would nurture the orchards with their sweat and pick out the best of fruits for them? And who would do all their menial work, bring up and teach their children, fight their battles for them? Sans eyes, sans ears, sans tongue, bereft of the sense of smell, I'm all body, I'm all touch, I'm all feeling. And even this scares them. They would have to kill me entirely for me to stop articulating myself through touch, or disable my brain completely for the body to not transmit its signals of pleasure and joy and protest. But what use would I be then for them? Words flow out of my hands now. Words pour out of my fingertips. Touch becomes feeling, becomes thought, becomes tongue. They try to pass laws to forbid feeling. Touch frightens them now. They wish to forbid touch. The body frightens them. They wish bodies wouldn't join, wouldn't bind, wouldn't interfuse. But they are helpless now. The body finds its language. The body expresses itself.